Hey guys, and welcome back to another bullet journal video. In today's video, we'll be covering my February monthly spread, which I cannot wait to share with you guys. If you are not subscribed, be sure to do that below to support this channel, and let's go ahead and jump in. Now, as always, I will be providing a quick flip through of January to give you guys a recap. I feel like January was pretty successful for the most part, but there were a couple of days that went by that I did not open my bullet journal at all, and you'll be able to see that as I flip through. Now, as you guys remember, I set up goals at the beginning of the month, and I only decided to do 2, which is to start eating clean, basically 80% of the time, which I've definitely been doing, and then doing at least 1 video a week. So if you guys look here on my calendar, you can see that I was pretty consistent until I got to about, I want to say, MLK Day. Things just kind of fell apart, and so I did actually miss a week of doing my videos consistently. So I'm only doing half a mark here to indicate that, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the rest of this layout. So here you can see I had my habit tracker, and that went along pretty well, but I did end up skipping a few days or missing them, but I definitely want to bring it forward into February. Now here you can see my workouts. I did actually mark this pretty consistently, so if you're seeing missed days, it's actually because I didn't work out, so trying to be a lot more consistent with that. And here I'm just filling in a few more X's for days that I missed under the brand category or She Meets City category. Now here's my first weekly spread. The second week went along pretty well, I would say. I actually started to get back into the groove of things, and then the third week was probably my favorite layout. I believe this quote is by Ed Sheeran. And as you guys know, I like to skip pages in between just so I can go back and do notes or doodles or things like that. And then here we have our February spread all outlined and ready to go. So this is where the time lapse begins. Okay guys, welcome to the February monthly spread. I felt like January kind of flew by. However, I felt like I was also able to keep up with most of my goals and resolutions, and I hope you guys were able to as well. Now, as you can see for February, we are going with the basic love theme because, of course, February has Valentine's Day, and I thought, why not? I also decided to include small elements around Paris. Now, as you guys know, most of my inspiration comes from Tumblr and Pinterest, and I do that by searching key terms that revolve around my layout. So for this one, it would be things like Paris or Paris doodles. You guys get the idea. Now, you guys know I had to keep the habit tracker. For me, I just like having something in the bullet journal that forces me to basically go into it every day and write something in. It just keeps me consistent. is the first weekly spread for February, and I decided to do this kind of like cute heart on a string type of theme, and I thought that came out really cute. And as before, I'm deciding to stick with the same layout that I did in January spread because it just works for me and it stops me from wasting too much space. And for anyone that's curious, I believe this layout was inspired by Amanda Raish Lee. I do like having my tasks and events separated, and this layout does that quite well. Now this quote I ended up also finding on Pinterest, and I found it by searching like French love quotes, and I am definitely not going to try to say it because I've never taken a French class in my entire life and I don't want to butcher someone else's language, but I know the English translation says, "After all this time, it's always you." And I thought it was such a simple and beautiful quote, so I decided to include it. And as always, we're saving the erasing for the end to ensure that we're not smudging any of our pages that we worked so hard on. And as you guys can see here, I made a mistake with my dates, and so I was able to just go over that area with the black pen again and just rewrite my dates. That's why I love using this format. And that's it. This is my February monthly spread. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I tried to keep it simple and only use my black and white theme with an accent color. As always, all of my supplies will be listed below in the description area, so always be sure to check there. Thank you so very much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Lately I've been so lonely and